the Million Jobs Act. I can only imagine what the Toronto Star thinks about it.
First of all, thank you, Tim Hudak, for unveiling it in the Toronto Star first. So he actually ran it in an op-ed, and we were able to announce it to the world. I love the thinking behind it, because every time I see the 1 Million Jobs Act, I think of a Million Man March on Washington or a 1 million votes plan, because it really is a piece of political symbolism or theater. The only thing economists can agree on 8 years down the road is that in the long run we're all dead, or we're politically dead. So he will have had a good run as premier if he gets in on that promise, and he won't be held accountable to it. Look, a couple of things. One is, if you ask him what's the econometric underpinning of this, what's the research analysis for the projections going forward, all he came up with at the time was, if you divide 1 million by 8, you get 125,000 jobs. And that's not much of an underpinning, an economic underpinning.
Well, other than he said they did that during the Harris years.
That's the second thing. He said if you go backwards in time, which is not a really good way to look forward in time, because past performance is not really an indication of how your investments will do going forward. He said, yes, the Mike Harris government did it, and you've heard your other guests have said tonight and also last night that that was a completely different era, and I won't repeat, but I will just say this, the Canadian dollar was a lot lower than it is today.
Sure.
Now, Tim Hudak might actually be lucky, because we're seeing currency depreciation right now, so who knows? I mean, a lot of economics is luck, but that luck, I think, is where opportunity meets preparation. So he needs to do some preparation. He needs to have some underpinnings, and the proposals he's making, other than one, which I like, which is improve apprenticeship and job training. I think he's on solid ground there, and a lot of liberal policy wonks will agree that there is room for criticism there. A lot of the other stuff is more aspirational than really serious economic thinking.
Well,